Hello, hello. Oh, baby! Thank you! And I beat Frank.
Oh my god!
I beat you, Frank.
He gave up on the mic.
Hit that shit, bitch.
This is the Completely Inappropriate Podcast, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Tony, along with Mr.
Frank.
And we are here to remind you also to find us at completelyinappropriatepodcast@gmail.com. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, leave us a 5-star review. The other stars don't work, don't count. Trust us. We don't lie to you. We love you. Why would we do that? Remember that you can find us at Instagram at completelyinap at CI Podcast on Instagram at CI Podcast. No,
completely inap on Twitter.
On Twitter. See, I don't know why I'm so nervous with Mikaela. She has all this radiating energy.
Yep.
That is just bursting through the screen, and I just cannot keep myself focused here. Mikaela, hi, how are you? You are our guest. Would you like to introduce yourself a bit? Let us know who you are, what you do.
Yeah, totally. Let me not talk over you too. I'm Mikaela. I'm here to distract you, so you're welcome.
Fantastic.
What do I do? Let's talk about what I don't do. That's a shorter story.
Okay.
I am a lifelong student.
Arc welding? You don't do arc welding?
No.
Are you a Major League Baseball player?
Ooh, not yet.
Not yet. Ooh.
Oh, but she's getting there.
Yeah, I like the confidence. There you go. Anything. Anything and everything is always an option.
Yeah, totally. I like learning new things, and then I get bored with them.
Me too.
Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah.
I think, we're all in the same boat there. I actually just made a post on Facebook today about how I've always had issues following through with things. I get up to the finish line and then I'm like, look at that bird over there. That's pretty. Let me start bird watching now. Then I get to the rarest bird available and then I'm like, oh, is that a shark in the ocean underneath it? Let me go look at sharks for now. So it's always the finish line that I veer away from, but that's gotten better for me. How about so it sounds like you're in the same boat. So what are all these hats that you wear? I can list a couple for you if you're having trouble.
Tell me what you got.
Well, okay. According to your Instagram, you're a doula. You're dabbling in tarot card reading. You're Reiki certified.
I am a Reiki master.
Your Reiki master certification is what. That's right. That's okay. Important. And not only that, but we actually met through my the yoga classes that we've been taking. Which I actually didn't know. I saw you start following me. I thought you just started following me because it's yoga, right? We had that mutual thing.
I thought you started following me.
Maybe I did. If you posted your name up there, I definitely did because I was so excited for the community. I don't have a large friend base, I guess. And I live in the town that I grew up in, and I still don't have like a group of friends. I've just never developed a group of friends. So when I started yoga, it just meant the world to me, the whole community aspect of it.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I was super depressed I didn't get to go to class today because my son actually was short some classwork that he was supposed to do during the week. So I let him take over the computer in the morning. So I was like, your work matters a little more.
It's okay. Ours are recorded. You can always watch it later.
Exactly. So are you going for your 200 hours, your 300, your 500? Are you a master at yoga? Who are you?
Working on it slowly but surely. I finished the 200. I am 97% done with the 300. I just have to finish my karma hours, and then I start the yoga therapy program. So like I said, lifelong student. I can't stop, won't stop.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is so awesome. Well, okay, so we've got to get into some of this though. What was your first experience as a doula? How are you? You're a doula?
Okay.
That's and for layman's terms, it's a midwife, right? Is what we.
Ooh, I'm so glad you said that. It's absolutely not.
No,
but that's such a common misperception. So a midwife is a clinical person akin to an OBGYN, except for they're not a doctor. They practice a different model. So the midwifery model is like a different model of healthcare as opposed to like the
It's
doctor
more,
model,
yeah, it's
the medical
holistic.
model.
It's holistic as opposed to homeopathic.
Yes. So a midwife actually catches the baby. Midwives can also do well-person visits.
Go long.
Right?
I just love that terminology. Catches the baby is a great
They do.
phrase.
Um,
Sure. I'm just.
so the midwife is like a clinical person. The doula, which is me, I am the kind of like the coach in that metaphor, if we're going to use that sporty metaphor. So I support the birthing person, partner, and family physically, emotionally. I provide resources, education, hands-on support, all that stuff.
What's the hands-on support?
Well, so that's how I got into birth work. Is I am a massage therapist. So when I was
another hat.
Yeah. Oh, there are so many. Okay, so when I was living in New York, I went to school for massage therapy. So I'm a New York State licensed massage therapist.
Ooh.
I know.
Wait, real quick, Mikaela, where are you from? I haven't got. I know you're in a different time zone. That's pretty much it. Don't know where.
Right now, I'm in California. I grew up in Colorado.
Wow. So and we're in New York at one point.
Yeah. So I went to undergrad in Iowa. Okay.
Just moving around. Keep it moving.
And then I moved to New York, and now I'm in California.
Wow. How's the journey been? The beautiful Dharma.
It is a journey, yo. It's so crazy to me now. I've been in California for like 3 years, and all of the things, there's like this ingrained rivalry, California and New York. Like they're like polar opposites, not only like opposite sides of the country, but like California, and then Californians are like,
oh yeah,
New York, right?
Completely different mindsets.
Totally. And I've always been New Yorker. Okay. Before I lived in New York, people were like, oh yeah. When I was in New York, people were like,
that New York state of mind.
Seriously, people assumed I was from New York. And I was like, no, I just blend real well. I have fallen so far. I own Birkenstocks.
What's the problem with that?
Crystals. I do tarot.
I was curious about all these things. If you did anything with the oral sense, the sound healing, if the olfactory. I just
got a Tibetan singing bowl. Yeah.
Of course you did. Of course you did.
I'm a yoga teacher. Like, how far have I come? California has infected me.
But wasn't an intention that you followed through with, or was it just something that you found matched your energies and you just flew into it?
I think all of the above. When I was doing my massage therapy training, we did like a mini course in polarity, which is like a more energetic than physical modality.
Magnetic? It sounded like would that be dealing with like magnets and copper and like different metals? Just because polarity, it just made me think of the poles of a magnet.
Right? So like a similar idea, but you're using your hands and like it's like energy manipulation.
Okay, so Reiki.
Similar, different.
What's the difference?
So polarity, it's like the positive, negative. So you like, and that was like 10 years ago. So bear with me.
You've been at this a while. So just because I think we kind of glossed over it, the whole reason I wanted you on was because of all this. I recognized that you had this slant towards understanding all this stuff. And I've been talking to Frank that I've been wanting to learn about crystals. And we have a friend, Crystal, on MVP as well, who does sound healing. She's has a documentary coming out called Going Om.
Ooh.
Yeah, if I look for it on YouTube, Going Om, that's OHM for those of you unfamiliar. And it's beautiful, the work she does. If you find her on Facebook, she's does great work. Sorry, I'm babbling now. But yeah, so I'm so happy that of your own accord, you're bringing up all these little things that you've already gone through that I'm just now trying to dip my toes in. So tell us about that. So you started not 10 years. How long ago did you start this journey? What was so massage therapy was the first thing?
Yeah, massage therapy school. And then while I was there, one of my so is my neurology instructor also did personal training and had started a personal training course at the same school. And so two of my instructors were in that personal training program. And so I was intrigued and I talked to them and I was like, well, that's fun. Let me just do 2 associate's degrees concurrently. That'll be fun.
Why not?
So, right?
If you got it, flaunt it. How'd that work out for you?
It was great. It was real fun.
You knocked him out.
Duh. And it's so funny because
hey, calm down now. I went to college twice and I'd never finished a damn thing. Like I said, I get to the finish line and then woohoo, bird.
I am stubborn.
Yeah, no, you just seem powerful. There's nothing wrong with that's exactly what you should be.
Not only did I finish both programs, they couldn't get rid of me. And so I stayed and I was tutoring and then I worked in the library and then I started teaching in the personal training program.
Fantastic.
So then, so I taught for 3 years. And I think I'm getting to doula. It was...
No problem. What were you teaching?
So I taught in the advanced personal training program, mostly the lecture-based science courses, but also
the whole reason you want to do that. Oh, that's so exciting. Yeah. See, I missed out on a lot just with the direction my life went. I missed out on a lot of opportunities, let's say. But yeah, you're describing like my ideal. Had everything gone just so in my life, I would have done everything you're talking about. You're so interesting. I'm so happy you fell into this podcast with us. Thank you.
You know what's funny? I feel like I fell into those things.
Good. That's the best way things happen. I think I was looking at the best yoga practices to learn how to be a teacher on. I just Googled top 5. Like, oh, there's one based in Austin, and they just started this really cheap entry program. Like, well, why the hell not? So signed up the next day, and I realized that it was basically like the Sutras of Patanjali. They're like, it's. I love the science base of it, you know what I mean, and it mixes in the mental. It's very much just aligned with where my mind and my spirit was already taking me, what I was just instinctively flowing my own beliefs into. And then all of a sudden, from being the only one around me that I felt that way to being dropped into a community that I didn't anticipate, it changed me in just 2 months. I feel like this weird level of confidence that I just didn't have. Not confidence, I guess. I've always had a certain level of confidence, but respect for myself, respect for that confidence. Instead of always apologizing, like even Frank told me the other day, you apologize too much. You're a lot nicer than you think you are. I was like, I still don't see it, but I need to respect that and, stop apologizing so much, basically. So, yeah, I'm so in love with all this stuff. I know I'm ranting. Real quick, though, Frank is a part of this podcast, so let's check in with Frank.
Hi, Frank. Sorry,
hi.
I talk a lot, so...
No, that's...
I talk a lot is the problem. This is supposed to be an interview podcast, and I end up taking over the whole thing most of the time. But yeah, Frank, how you doing?
I'm okay.
What's got you interested about Mikaela here? Because she is just filled with all of it. This is insane. I can't believe how much stuff you've done and continue to do.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? Any questions, comments, concerns?
I think we should let her finish telling us about her.
Yes. I'm sorry. There's just so much. I get so excited. Okay. So
one of my best friends says that I've lived so many lives. because I have just I what's this, ping pong? No, I go back and forth doing things.
Oh.
Right.
Well, what's the point of life if not to experience it?
Right.
You know?
I'm doing that.
The more
I am
things you can
doing that.
experience, that's beautiful. So where did we leave off? So you're in class, you're a teacher for 3 years, and then you go where?
So I did a continuing ed for massage therapy for pregnancy massage, I believe. And
Oh, wow.
yeah.
So, quick question on that. So would that include like if they are turned it within the womb, would you be able to massage it to where you'd actually be able to invert?
So no, that is like that's a clinical
more
provider
technical.
does that. Yeah, it's called
Okay.
an external cephalic version, where they actually like try to manipulate the baby and
Yes.
turn it. It's intense.
It's
and
so
not
fascinating, this
comfortable.
stuff.
But here's the thing, now I can do that with Reiki.
Oh, wait. Okay, I understand a little about Reiki, but if we're gonna get into that, you are the master. Please enlighten us on Reiki, because that's something completely new to me. So when I saw that you were Reiki Master certified, I was like, well, now that's definitely gonna take up half the show.
Yeah, so Reiki, it is life force. So in many Eastern, I don't think modalities is the word I want, but in terms of Reiki, yes, it would be a modality, but also religions, there's this concept of
The placing of hands.
well, yes, but bigger than that, the concept of oneness, universal. So we see that in yoga, right?
Sure, a universal consciousness.
Universal consciousness, oneness.
Yeah, all is everything, everything is all. The trees are made of the same cellular structure that we are, just arranged differently, and
Right.
we're all
It's all
just
energy,
atoms
right?
shifting. Yeah.
Right. And so with Reiki, basically, you get attuned to Reiki energy, and then you sort of function as a funnel or a channel of energy. So it's less, this is one thing that I love that I learned is with a lot of energy healing, people are like, oh, but don't you get exhausted? Not with Reiki, because I'm not giving you my energy. I am channeling source energy to you. And it's not like a forcing thing. It's like, I will provide, you and your body take what you need.
Yeah, you're just directing the energy. You're not producing it.
Right.
So
I'm just a conduit.
but where's the, I mean, I guess the obvious answer to where's the energy coming from is everywhere, right? Because exactly, if
Sorry, I'm nodding. You can't hear that. I'm nodding emphatically.
Yeah. Well, we do post the video on YouTube, by the way.
Shut up.
Is that all right with you? We can put the logo over your face if you want. If
I would have adjusted my hair a little.
Well, you were meeting two new people. I thought you were just comfortable with you. You look great. There's no trouble.
I've been in yoga class all day. Look.
That's good. Hey, that just shows you're a working woman. You work hard.
Great. Well, hello world.
Hello. It's okay. Nobody follows us on YouTube. It's a audio. We've got a good little stash of listeners, but
now they're all gonna go try to see what I look like. It's fine. I'm gorgeous.
I know. We've talked about some pretty gnarly things that would have had them running to YouTube if they were interested.
Yeah.
They have no interest. We're not
Hell.
very good with the video. Not very good with the video.
Oh, well.
Although we did have a 14-year-old boy from India once hit us up to see Frank's nipples.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't remember what that's about. But anyway, going back to being a doula. A reminder, ladies and gentlemen, this is a completely inappropriate podcast. If you forgot for a second, we're back. So, okay, where did we leave off? Frank, help me
No,
out.
she was explaining Reiki Master.
Reiki Master. That's so cool. It makes me sorry. I don't know why my brain immediately goes to the No offense to it. I love the character. The rat. What is his name though? From
Ratatouille?
Ninja Turtles.
Oh,
Master
Splinter.
Master
Yeah.
Splinter. Yeah. I don't know why. Master Reiki Splinter.
Mm-hmm.
I can see. Didn't wait. No, he did. He did a lot of meditation.
Yeah. But I don't know about Reiki stuff.
I don't know.
I don't think it did.
I feel like he would have.
Okay. So anyways, this Reiki master.
Man, you never let me talk about Ninja Turtles.
Oh,
Okay.
this association.
Hi, Mikaela. How are you?
Hi.
So we're back from our interlude there. How are you? What's going on? Where do we leave off?
Reiki master.
Reiki Master. I know, but where in the Reiki Master timeline are we now?
She was explaining that
When did you
she's channeling
start?
the force and she's
Yeah, we've
healing.
jumped around. So
Yeah.
that is relatively.
We only have 45 minutes to get through all this.
I know.
And it's gonna be
Okay.
entertaining.
Shh. Reader's Digest. Massage
Wait,
therapy.
whoa. What?
Strength and conditioning coach. Yoga. Reiki.
Reader's Digest? Wait, where did that come in?
I'm giving you the Reader's Digest version. You said we only have 45.
Oh, got it. I thought you were telling me you wrote for Reader's Digest for a second.
Oh, God, no.
Why? Oh God, no! That's such a extreme reaction to Reader's Digest. Of all the things you've done, writing for Reader's Digest is one too many.
Oh, I'm giving you the Reader's Digest version.
I
the
got
condensed.
it. I got it.
You know,
Sorry,
little
I
snippet.
got a little carried away there.
It's okay. You're forgiven.
Oh, thank you. You're so sweet.
I know.
I know. It's okay. Okay. All right. Reader's Digest. Where are we now? Master Reiki.
Yeah,
So
Reiki.
when did that start?
Literally like 2-3 months ago.
And what has been your experience with it? When was the first time you had any experience with it that made you feel like, oh, this makes sense?
You know what's funny? It's I've always known about Reiki. I had the experience of receiving Reiki once upon a time. And so I've always known about it, but it's funny to me because my dad has always made fun of it. When I told him I was going to massage therapy school, he was like, "Oh, you're going to do that Reiki?"
Oh, really? That was his first.
So,
How did he know so much about it right off the top?
I don't know.
Fucking weird.
I know. I was like, no. And so
But
for
then
me,
you
it was
did.
like, oh, Reiki, that's woo-woo. That's woo-woo. Well, now I'm woo-woo. So
Oh yeah. Well, I realized that I was woo like a year ago. I was like, well, I just gotta lean into this. Everybody's made fun of me for being kind of woo-woo. I was like, well, might as well just enjoy being woo-woo.
I'm so far into it now. Like, so deep. But also, I think it's all coming back together with like the birth work that I'm doing, right? And I think it's all so freaking important, especially because, I'm gonna go serious, ready? So part of what I do, don't make that face. So part of what I do.
Frank hasn't moved a
No, he
muscle since he
hasn't.
started.
He hasn't.
He
And my dad
doesn't
is
really
speaking.
exist. He's just a hologram. See, my hand passes through him.
No, I'm just that engaging. You're welcome. So part of my passion in birth work is to try to help improve the maternal and infant mortality rate, especially in the Black community. And so things like yoga and Reiki and these holistic healing modalities are so important because so much of what contributes to the maternal and infant mortality rates is the
Stress?
ongoing stress levels in
Yeah.
these societies, or not societies, in these demographics, right? So
Yeah, the hospital settings, especially in certain geographics. Yeah.
well, it goes beyond that though. Just the day-to-day stress of living as a Black American
Or
is
Hispanic,
killing people.
might we say? I know I look a little pale here, but we are Hispanic as well. We've never had the best health care. People actively avoid the hospital that I live by, because it just has terrifying stories of people say if you're really sick, you don't go in there because you won't come out.
Yeah.
It's just lack of the people that get further educated from the community never come back to the community. You know, they all disappear. Basically, they get out as soon as they can. If not for the better pay, it's for the better lifestyle, just elsewhere.
Mhm. Yeah.
We're about
I
5
mean-
minutes away from the border of Mexico, by the way.
So, oh, very close. So
Yeah,
the
South Texas.
the problem in the Black community specifically is, it is structural racism. So I have two friends in nursing school right now, and even the most recent textbooks have like, what is it called? It's not cultural sensitivity, but they put these things in the textbooks that it's under the guise of like, oh, know the population you're working with, but it's super racist, stereotypical stuff.
Yeah.
And there are studies that show that medical students are still being taught and believe that Black people have thicker skin, that Black people will request pain medication more often, that they, there is a, I'm going to mess up the technical term, but like a coefficient or a factor when it comes to kidney function. That means that Black folks don't qualify for kidney transfers.
Oh.
Which is why more often than not, they end up in dialysis.
That's insane.
Because, like the way that the medical industrial complex views Black bodies is based in this
it's this historic system that's been going on for ages that's never been updated. We don't have a mass server system where all of your medical data is collected all at once. So no matter what doctor you go to, they can pull from the same files. No, you have to actually go to your past doctor, who's 9 times out of 10 in this community, we've had the same doctor since childhood. So if we go to a new doctor, it's because that one died. Wow. You know, our doctor died, so now we go to a new doctor. Then they say, well, we need your doctor to send over your paperwork. Well, how do we do that? Because he's dead, and there's no real clear-cut help for this kind of stuff unless you're willing to jump through hoops and go through Medicaid or Medicare or what is available in this area. So I definitely understand that the medical system has been broken for a long time. It's never truly been functional in all reality. Not really.
You know what's interesting though is it's not broken. The problem is it's working exactly as it was designed to work.
Well said. Yeah, exactly. Well said. But we all see this and nothing gets done about it because in the end, the money still goes where it goes, and it's a lot easier to keep collecting the check than to spend any of yours on fixing a problem that you can. That's why we do these podcasts, though. That's why we do get into a lot of the bullshit in the economy or in politics. We very rarely agree politically wise, but we're always respectful with the people we're talking to about any beliefs, because if we're not willing to hear each other out, how are we supposed to find middle ground at all? Like, I'm sorry, it's not always black and white. Sometimes neither team can be happy for the best outcome to happen. You know what I mean? I'm okay with everybody being miserable if nobody's dying now. You know, fine, you're broke. Fine, you don't make enough money. Fine, you make too much money and you're spending too much in taxes. We're all fucking miserable. It sucks. But can we get some health care? That's where we need to get.
Can we have some health care? Also, Jeff Bezos could give literally every person on the planet $2 billion and still have like $114 billion. So,
that's insane.
I just feel like
I feel like the math there might be off, but I like where you're going with that. That doesn't sound right. You're shaking your head with the confidence of somebody who knows that they're right.
Like $121 billion.
But that's not in like actual cash.
There
that's
are like
in
7 billion
property and whatnot.
Okay, give me a property. I will take my $2 billion in property. I'm fine with that.
Give everybody a quarter share in Amazon and we'll call it even.
The man could end world hunger.
Yeah, why don't they? Why don't they?
What is what I'm saying.
But do you think it's that easy though? I mean, there's still infrastructure that needs to supply it. It's there's always going to be politics that fight against it. Like, well, no, we don't want free handouts from you because you're just trying to get into the political pocket of this guy. It's like nobody looks okay. Everybody looks a gift horse in the mouth. We shouldn't, but we always got to check out those. And you know how racist that expression is, though. By the way, looking a gift horse in the mouth.
Tell me.
Well, it not because not only was it something that they did to check out horses during a horse sale, but they also did it to slaves as well. They checked the teeth. The teeth, apparently, they wanted people with good teeth because it showed that they were well taken care of.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm only starting to look more into these old phrases that we use, and so many of them are so messed up. I can't think of any more off the top of my head because now I put too much pressure on myself. But yeah, there's one.
Peanut gallery.
Peanut gallery. Well, they were the poor ones, right? In the theaters, they basically were peed on and thrown flagons of
In the
ales.
back, the mezzanine, way in the back.
Are you sure? I thought it was on the, I thought it was underneath the but like underneath, so like they were underneath the boxes or whatnot. I don't know. I don't know everything. This is complete. I just pretend to know things sometimes.
Know about the getting peed on thing. I wouldn't be surprised, but I have not heard that.
I'm pretty sure maybe it was just a Shakespeare like story. Sounds like a Shakespeare story.
It does.
It does, right? I know I read it somewhere, but now I'm questioning myself so much. Moving on.
Yeah, well, see, in Elizabethan theater, they didn't go to the theater to watch it. Like, we think of theater and we go to watch a play. They went to listen to a play, which is why people don't understand Shakespeare plays, because they like sit in English class in high school and read it, and that's not what it's about. You're supposed to hear it, because when you went to the playhouse, there was so much happening, like people selling food and like blah, 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 blah. So and you wouldn't necessarily be able to see what was happening. You went to hear it.
Fantastic.
It's all about the language. I'm also an actor. Sorry. So,
of course you are. Of course you are. Have you done any work?
I have a master's degree in acting.
Wow. What have you done with it though?
I've done work. What do you mean?
What have you done with it? You have a master's degree, okay, but you still haven't said what work you've done acting. Do you teach? Do you do?
I have, yeah.
Don't say it like I should already know you've done so much. I'm just trying to follow along this insane path you've lived.
No, just the way you ask the question. There's so I'm assuming what you're asking is, have I seen you in anything?
No. Okay. No, literally, like it was literally like, what have you done with your degree?
What have you done for me lately? What haven't I done? I lived in...
what have you done? I know there's too many things
I'm
you've done.
trying to tell you.
I'm trying to drag it out of you.
Shut up and let me tell you.
It's more fun seeing you get animated getting mad at me, though. This is so much fun. Thank you so much for taking
the time. So let's see, I did my undergrad in Sioux City, Iowa, right? Sioux City, Iowa. So since then, no, let's go back further. My freshman year in high school, I auditioned for the musical, which was like random, weird. And then I got in, and I remember looking at the cast list, and I was like, oh my God, I'm in the show. It was Fiddler on the Roof. And it said villager/Fruma Sarah. And I was like, oh my God, I'm a villager, and my villager has a name. I didn't know shit. I'm sorry. I didn't know anything. I didn't know that Fruma Sarah was not just a villager. I had like this big, like, I'm a dead person singing and like threatening the main characters. It was amazing. That was my introduction to theater.
That's awesome.
It's amazing. So since then, I mean, this is where this comes from. Like this.
Just the rambunctious, just pop. The
So
pop you
I've
got. You
been-
got a lot of pop. I'm gonna put it that way.
I do pop a lot.
You know, I actually, when I went to school, initially, right out of high school, I went to be a theater major because I thought I would be in Broadway at some point. No way in hell. As soon as I didn't get like the first casting, the first play that they put on, I was like, all right, peace. Again, finish line, birdie.
No, you got to have real thick skin. I mean, that's one of the things that, if nothing else, it teaches you. God, theater teaches so much: how to tell stories, how to empathize with other people. I mean, everything you're doing is analyzing, empathizing, figuring out how people tick. This is part of why I think people and bodies and brains are just so freaking fascinating to me, like how people function.
Just the sociology of it all, just how they interact with each other, why they interact the way they do.
Everything. And so every job I've had is either based in the arts or customer service or
People skills.
interaction. Yeah. Teaching. Oh, that's all about theater. Okay.
I bet. Yeah, if you're a decent teacher, let's put it that way. But oh my gosh, Stephen Long. I've looked for this guy. He was being a teacher going on his way to be a doctor and he stopped by this stupid little town of ours, and he was the best algebra teacher I think I could have ever had. Just the way he interacted. He was theater. He you know who he reminded me of the man in the yellow hat in Curious George.
Curious George.
Yeah, he looked just like that. Long face, kind of long nose, just big eyes, just really, really kind and so interactive. Just good teachers know how to perform and know how to adjust for their students. Not everybody's student needs a big, loud personality. Sometimes they need a humble, lower tone, just, People are crazy. We're all crazy, all right? You got to find the different crazy people in your head if you want to interact with different crazy people in the world.
People are
Theater helps with that.
People are fascinating.
Like you. Well, listen, we're pretty much done here.
Is that it?
We got a few minutes.
No, we've got about 10, 15 minutes. So we've got to figure out how to wrap this show up with you because there are just too many questions.
I'm just getting started.
I had a list.
Talked about my obsession with crafts.
I mean, I don't know where to go from here. Do you want to try and give us a tarot reading? Or you want to?
God, I don't know if I can do that in 15 minutes.
No? How long would it take?
So this is what I was trying to explain to you. So tarot is
one of many things.
I know. It's so I'm still learning it because it's essentially storytelling as well. And you're using the cards as a means to tell stories and bring about meaning. So the decks have pictures and they're all numbered, and the numbers mean something. So you have to look into numerology, and then there are different suits, and the suits mean different things, right? And then so there are 4 suits, and then there are the royalty cards, those mean things. And so you really have to learn the story of the cards. So when people have been doing tarot for a while, they can pull a card and they already know the story behind the card. So then when you put multiple cards together in different layouts, then you start to get a story that you can tell. But for me, I'm still learning. So I have to pull out the book and reference, okay, so this is
point of the story.
6 of Wands. What are the archetypes associated with the 6 of Wands?
Interesting. So are you familiar with people who are able to do this with regular decks of cards? Like I say regular, right? But
playing
cards.
Sure, you can. So
because you're just substituting the image, right? But if you're still using the same story for that card, it's just a placeholder. Yeah.
So the suits follow the suits in tarot. So a basic deck is the Reader White card, and it's got the photos. So some people can read intuitively and they just look at the cards and go off of what they see on the card.
That's cool. So for those of you just on the audio, she's holding up some cards that she's got that have full written out descriptions on the top and bottom of them. That's
So
really
those
rad.
are like the beginning decks, and then the deck that I most often use, I just
Cliff
really
Note
loved
deck.
it because it was in black and white, and they're just stunning.
That is pretty rad. Knight of Pentacles? What are pentacles?
Pentacles. So
The coins.
That makes me feel dirty. I don't like that word. Pentacles.
Why?
It sounds dirty.
Oh, it's not dirty. Pentacles.
Stop
it's
showing me your
like-
pentacles.
You're
This is
silly.
so inappropriate. I'm so sorry, Mikaela. That was so rude. Please forgive
If
me.
that's as inappropriate as you get,
It's not. It's as inappropriate as we're being with you because
Oh.
you are a new female friend of ours, and we don't know. We're testing the waters this episode. All right.
okay.
We'll see if you want to
You
come
have
back
not
for
offended
another
me
one.
yet. I'll let you know.
Okay. Well, we haven't leaned into it yet. Give us a chance.
Pentacles are the little coins. They relate to Earth.
Earth.
So each of the suits relates to, in like a deck of cards, one of the suits. So yes, you could just use a deck of cards, but then they also have associations with elements. Let's see. I'm going to try to remember. So there's swords, clubs, pentacles, and wands.
Oh, okay.
Those are your 4 suits.
Uh-huh.
And then like they relate to air, water, earth. It's on the back. Air, water, earth. What am I
Fire.
forgetting?
Fire.
Fire. Thank you. So that's what's on the back of the cards. And then
Hold on, real quick. The pentacle. How many different pentacles are there? Is it just? Are they different coins?
so the Knight of Pentacles, there's the Page of Pentacles. Pentacles is just like these coin things.
Okay, they always have. There's just the five pointed
Yeah.
star.
And then cups are literally cups, like little chalices.
Oh, okay. Goblets or chalices. Yeah.
Swords are literally swords.
Of course.
And then clubs, let me see if I can find a club to show you.
I was actually curious what kind of club we were about to see.
It's like, or wands.
EDM and strobe lights.
Wands are clubs. So when it says this is the 6 of wands, those staffs or clubs are the wands. It's not like Harry Potter wands.
Yeah, they're just staffs. More, yeah. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So then each of the suits relates to like either emotions or intelligence or like different aspects of life. So then when you put all those things together, there start to be stories. So like the page is responsible, I think, for bringing things to the royal family. So it's like new beginnings. And then it gets even deeper because you have major arcana and minor arcana, right?
Arcana
so then
being.
those are all the minor arcana, like the suits and the royal cards. And then you have the major arcana, which starts with the Fool. And then there's like a journey, and there are all these different cards, like Wheel of Fortune, or the Empress, or the Magician.
Wow. So how many cards are in a deck?
Oh, I
Typically.
knew you were going to ask me that. And I
Do they
don't know
grow?
the answer.
I'm sorry that I have good questions on occasion when I'm not talking about myself. That many. It's 1, 2, skip a few, here's some more. I'm done.
I don't know. I don't remember.
So count them out. We'll ramble on. Here, while you count your deck, I'm gonna talk to Frank for a second.
Yeah.
So Frank, what do you think? Do you think we should lean into it more and scare her off?
Well, I
Let her know
think
she's a New Yorker. She should.
Yeah,
that was
I
terrible.
think-
I'll
I
never
think-
do that again. Sorry, Mikaela. That voice I just did was not New York.
Terrible
I
dialect.
think she can handle us and then some.
That sounded inappropriate.
What?
All right, Listen,
Okay, we're done.
the tarot is a deck of 78 mystical cards. There are 22 cards from the major arcana that represent individuals who personify a particular quality or archetype. The 56 cards of the minor arcana represent events, people, behavior, ideas, and activities that go on in our lives.
That's fascinating. All right, so
This is why I have the book.
how long is it going to take for you to do a reading with us?
Here's the thing. I will pull one card for you.
Just one? I didn't mean now. We're going to do another episode with you right now. We're going to
Oh.
end this episode, and we're going to spend the entire next 45 minutes you reading our card.
Jesus, no, let me just do you one card. I promise.
I'll send you $10. I'll
No,
PayPal
but
you.
wait. If with
I'll
you,
cash up you $20 for your time. Come
wait.
on.
So with
What
you,
else you gotta do?
with you drawing one card, are you gonna know which energy you picked up, either mine or Tony's? Because I know that has a lot to do with the tarots.
So here's the thing with it. It's similar to Reiki in that you take what you need from it. So
Okay.
it's not even necessary. Like you can do a reading specifically for one person, or you can just do general readings, and people will get from it what they need.
Yeah, I saw you posted like your daily card pool, and you had like 3 of them out there. I don't remember what they were because I think I took a picture of it, but I forgot to look it up for now. So what's that about? How does that work then?
So there are different layouts that you can do. So like I'm not saying one card because it's like super simple fast, but it's like a concise, like you can pull a daily card that just speaks to you for that day. And then there are different layouts, like you can do past, present, future. The one with 3, which I guess is what I'm doing now, is the first one is the card for the day. So important aspects of the day ahead. The second one is things you should attend to, personal issues that will require attention. And then the third is what to look out for, feelings, desires, or reactions that could arise.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I didn't realize that's actually how I got interested in having you on the podcast. I saw you put those daily cards out, and I was like, oh my God, I've been looking for someone to come on about this. So yeah, it's fascinating how the world works. So what are you going to pull? Are you going to go ahead and pull a card for us now, or do you want to just do a whole other episode with us?
Real quick, you ready?
All right.
The first one, this is the card for the day, important aspects of the day ahead. It is the Emperor. So it looks like this. The Emperor. And you notice the number at the top?
Oh man, that looks like me like a couple weeks ago before I shaved the beard off.
Yeah.
The number at the top, the major arcana are numbered. So that's where you can get into numerology and like see what the association with the number is. And then if you were intuitively reading, you would look at the card and like, what do you see? I'm going to use the book because it's a little faster.
Well, why didn't you use the beginner cards?
Because I really like these cards.
Ah, okay. Fair. And better energy.
When I went to buy my cards, I bought the Reader White deck because it's what you start with and it has everything on there, you know, the upright and the reversed meanings. But then this deck I kept coming back to, and the guy at the store was like, if it speaks to you, then it's your deck.
There you go.
And I was like, oh yeah, no, it's my deck.
It's awesome.
Right? I had to lean into my woo-woo.
You're woo-woo.
I did. Okay, so the Emperor, the zodiac affinity is Aries. Keywords are power, authority, father figure, leadership, the power of reason. Key phrases, insensitivity to others, to their feelings and passions. Ooh. Assertive, dogmatic thinking, orderly chaos, establishing laws or family values, taking control of a situation, structured thought, sticking to the rules. That's interesting.
So based on the energy that somebody's giving off to you, you'd be able to kind of narrow down which of those descriptors are more apt to the person.
Well, I wouldn't, not necessarily. If I'm doing a reading for somebody else, it would depend on what other cards are present and how they all relate. So as we go to the other two, a bigger picture may come out.
Oh, okay. So yeah,
Right?
so that'll each card kind of influences what you're pulling from. Oh, okay, I understand now.
Yes.
You're not taking them as individuals at all. You're reading them together.
Since we're doing a 3-card spread, yeah, it's all together.
Interesting.
If
Okay.
you were doing just one card, then you would be like, okay, what does this card tell me about
Right.
where I am in my life?
Interesting. I'm buying a pack of cards next week
Oh my
for
God,
sure.
it's so much fun.
Well,
Do it.
After I look for them, I'm gonna have to look for cards that call to me.
that's the thing that I heard that they have to be gifted.
Oh.
So that's some people get like super woo woo, like don't ever let anybody touch your cards because their energy will infect your cards.
Clean
some
them with a
people are-
crystal.
or Reiki. I use Reiki.
Or sage or Reiki. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Some people get really precious about the cards. And then some people are more think of them again as a conduit. So it's not the cards that are the thing. It is the reader.
Yeah.
And the card is a tool. So it depends on what what you.
Well, and that's why people will find
resonates.
people will actually shop around for card readers too that they feel more comfortable with too.
Yeah.
Because it's all energy. That's what the whole episode's been about. So let's wrap this up. Let's finish up with the last two cards.
Okay, so the Emperor represents masculine principle, authority. When your Emperor is activated, you are ambitious and can manage your affairs efficiently. You have authority and know what you want, but maybe you're too forceful and stubborn, always wanting everything your own way.
Sounds like me this last week for sure.
See, you get from it what you need. In the attend to this, personal issues that will require attention, we have the 6 of Cups.
Yep, sounds about how much I've had to drink today.
I didn't know it was that kind of podcast. I would have come more prepared. This is innocent nostalgia, playfulness.
It's off and on. I hop off and on the wagon all the time on this podcast.
Acknowledge your inner child, goodwill to all, having nostalgic feelings, sentimental memories, playful relationship, naive and innocent, sharing.
I missed it. What was it?
Oh, it was 3 of Cups.
6
or 6 of Cups. Yeah, there you go.
So this is personal issues that may need attention. The state of innocence has many meanings. It's not a blockage. The spirit of this card is all sweetness and light. However, cynically, we can remind ourselves that there's also anger, hatred, and violence in the world. Generosity and forgiveness also have their place.
All right. I'm freaking out now.
Why?
Because this describes I'm telling you. I'm feeling these cards.
You'll get from it what you need. The 6 of Cups implies that by giving out goodness around you, it will come back to you too. Enjoy feeling playful and let this card remind you of relationships that have enriched your life, as well as those that have been painful. Oof.
Yep.
Oh, I felt that. If you have unfinished business from the past, now is the time to put it aside and welcome fulfillment or true exchanges of love in your life.
Wow, man. You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. Woo!
Okay, the last one is...
I'm gonna need some yin yoga just to recover from this.
I'm doing yoga nidra tonight.
Long, deep stretches tonight for me. I've gotta let out some emotion.
Okay, the last one is what to look out for: feelings, desires, or reactions that could arise. Oh, sorry, this is the 6 of Cups.
Beautiful.
Here we have the 2 of Wands. So.
Oh, was that the third one? 2 of Wands?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then.
Okay, and again, 2 of Wands is what to look out for: feelings, desires, or reactions that could arise. This is achievement, courage, worldly desires, personal power. Feeling you have the whole world in your hands, persuading others of your talents, having the courage to prove your point, making your mark in the world, showing you mean business, being inventive and different, embracing new ideas, widening your perspective, feeling that you are omnipotent.
I'm freaking out, man.
Okay.
Okay, so this is 2 is the number of doubling strength or splitting power. The 2 of Wands emphasizes our need to assert ourselves and to find our own level of personal power. Mm-mm-mm. You
Then
may feel that you've been given carte blanche to wield your power, or that you have been filled with the ambrosia of the gods. In some ways, it's like drinking a few glasses of champagne and believing yourself capable of saying and doing all the things you were fearful of before. That's nice with the one that comes before.
Yeah.
The Two of Wands makes you feel as if you are in touch with a divine power, which of course can lead to hubris and arrogance. Be careful. Ooh, and that goes back to the first one, the Emperor.
Hold on. I gotta straight up cut you off there and tell you about. Okay, so I had a really hard time the other day, right? And I haven't stepped foot in a church in years, but I have a friend who actually a friend from high school who started his own church here, and I just hit him up. I was like, "Look, I just need someone to talk to." And in the middle of that conversation, like, I'm just tired of feeling like Jesus being crucified every day. Like, I'm doing my best to be a good person to the people around me. I feel like God. But not only that, I feel like we are all God. Like, how can we treat each other poorly if we're made in the image and likeness of God? All this, stuff that you read in one holy book or another. But so I literally use the word, I am God. So that I'm telling you, and the whole story
So
of these
apparently
cards.
this reading is for you.
No, 100%. Frank, are you picking up anything off of these
yeah,
descriptions?
as soon as I saw the Emperor card, I'm like, this reading is for Tony.
Oh, for me?
Yeah.
Not for you.
No, well, then whose energy is she gonna pick up on?
I don't know.
Because I'm a total stranger to her. She has a connection to you, so I'm like,
all right, well, that's enough from you. Mikaela.
Here's the thing, though. Something may stick out to you that is also for you, right?
I'm gonna give him more chance to talk about it with me, but this episode has gone on for almost an hour now, and we usually try and keep these a little shorter.
I'm gonna finish this, and then I'm done with you. Hold on.
Okay, done with me, as if I'm just something to be used and tossed aside. Thank you.
Well, you're a man, aren't you?
Oh,
This is important. Don't let that sense of omnipotence blind you to your true needs and intentions. The Two of Wands can also indicate that someone else is trying to exert power over you if you choose this card in a relationship spread. Hold on, is this future outcome? No. Oh yeah, that could arise. As a future outcome card, the time is right for initiative and invention. It's time to take the bull by the proverbial horns and show you are a force to be reckoned with. Again, remember the power is working through you. And 2 means that sometimes, rather than merely doubling up your sense of power, you might have to share the power with someone else to make a success of your plans. Perhaps you should become the power behind the throne rather than just on it. Ooh, that goes back to the Emperor.
I love it. Mikaela, you are phenomenal. Phenomenal. Hands down, one of my favorite guests. And we've had a lot. We really have. We've had a lot of guests on this show. It's been fun. We've met a ton of new people. Never anybody with your energy, though. Whoa.
I just almost dropped my computer. It's fine.
I saw that. Don't do that. We just finished. Let's end on a good note.
I know, right?
All right. So thank you so much. Is there any last words you want to tell us? Anything you want to let us know about?
Thanks for letting me hang out with you.
Yeah. Well, what are you doing for the next hour?
I have to.
You got things to do, right? Yeah. You loved us.
Customer service conundrum I came to you with.
It's been real. Hey, it's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun. But it's time to get out now. So. Thank you so much.
We'll do this again sometime.
Absolutely. I'd be happy to have you on, go into more detail about at least one of your projects rather than just touching on a little bit of all of them. But so great to get to know you. This has been the Completely Inappropriate Podcast, everybody. I've been Tony along with Mr.
Frank.
Remember to find us at completelyinappropriatepodcast@gmail.com with any comments, questions, concerns. At CI Podcast on Instagram, at Completely Inap with 1P on Twitter. Find us on YouTube, BitChute, Spotify, Apple, wherever you find us, you found us. Wherever you found us, you find us. And we love you. Leave us a 5-star review. Don't forget. Take it easy, everybody. Frank, what do we tell the lovely listeners?
Be excellent to each other.
Find your motherfucking happy. Try to be better today than you were yesterday. Bye, Mikaela.
Bye.
Say bye, Frank.
Bye, Frank.
And stop recording.